Colt, and tonight we've got championship wrestling from Florida coming your way. We are going to see the Florida heavyweight champion Barry Windham in action here tonight. We are also going to see a U.S. Tag Team qualifying match. A lot of action coming your way. All right, wrestling fans, we welcome you back. We are here live from our television studios here in the Central Florida area. Shiva Zayn making his way to the ring, and he's going to have his work cut out from tonight. I don't mind telling you that.
He's going to be going up against Kevin Sullivan and members of his faction. Realistically, he's going to be facing one-on-one with the Purple Haze, but Kevin Sullivan, Fallen Angel are going to be at ringside, so you might as well be going up against all three when they're there.
Been a lot of talk, I know, here in the CWF about possible restrictions on Mr. Sullivan's ringside involvement because of some of the outcomes of matches that his people have been involved in. A lot of the wrestlers complaining that it's an unfair advantage when he and the Fallen Angel are at ringside. Of course, we know the current history going on between Kevin Sullivan and one Mike Graham, and I understand that we will be hearing from Mr. Graham later on in this program.
Well, whatever was in that envelope that Kevin Sullivan was holding over Mike Graham's head at some point in time that actually got him to join the Temple of Five. Apparently it's lost its power somehow or another, but we may be finding out more information on that before the night is through.
Not sure exactly what it is he's here to talk about tonight, but we will be finding out in the near future concern. Kevin Sullivan, the Dark Prince himself, leading the entourage down to the ring. I would not want to be Shiva Zayn.
Nor would I. I don't know what he's getting paid tonight, but it's not enough.
Bell sounds, action's underway. Shiva Zayn, look at this. Gets the Purple Haze down and now going to work. Driving the point of the elbow into the forehead of of the Purple Haze. But now, here comes the man we used to know as Mark Lewin. Now the Purple Haze, ever since falling under the guise of Mr. Sullivan and the Temple of Five. Tremendous choke slam as him up in the air and just drove it hard into the canvas.
You can see how much that racked his body, grabbing the back. That one really took a lot out of him.
Tremendous uppercut as well. And now the Purple Haze choking him out right there in front of the referee, who's doing absolutely nothing about it. You have to wonder what the possible intimidation factor could be here, because we've seen these referees when it comes to the Temple of Five. There's been some reluctance to enforce the rules. again, the Purple Haze just doing a number on Shiva Zayn right here.
Well, you know what? He's given up a huge amount of size and weight in this one, but even that hasn't stopped him from fighting back.
Shiva Zayn with an opportunity right there. Now, here comes the Purple Haze to put out the fire before it even begins. Kevin Sullivan at ringside happy with what he's seeing. And now look at this. Shiva Zayn, and he's in bad place right now.
Oh, look at this. Kevin Sullivan putting his hands on the man. The referee should already be disqualifying him. He has no business putting his hands on Shiva Zayn.
Well, fortunately for Shiva Zayn, he's able to survive that. He was surrounded. He had Fallen Angel on one side, Kevin Sullivan on the other.
The Fallen Angel seems to be pretty happy with what she's seeing right now as well.
Pump handle slam right here, and he delivers it. Oh, this could be the beginning of the end right here. Tremendous headbutt, and Shiva Zayn is just sent sprawling out there. Look at this is what we're talking about now. It is the Fallen Angel getting involved in this one, turning it into a lumberjack match, if you would.
Well, now we've seen both of the people outside the ring getting involved in this one. Referee has done absolutely nothing. The two men collide in the middle of the ring, and now look at this.
Well, Shiva Zayn thought he was going to have an opportunity there to turn this thing around, but that backfired on him. Nice suplex right there, and the Purple Haze is down. Caught him right there with a stunning jaw jacker. Look at this, Shiva Zayn fighting his way back out of trouble in this one, and wow, suddenly look at this.
Indeed, all of a sudden the Purple Haze is the one going outside the ring trying to recollect himself. And it seems to have worked. He bought himself a little bit of time, cleared his head, and now right back to the attack.
Another huge headbutt, and again, Shiva Zayn on the receiving end of the punishment.
Stands him up in the corner. This guy is a powerful man right here. We've seen him do a lot of damage, not just this match here, but in a lot of other ones in the past. And he was a very accomplished wrestler when we knew him as Mark Lewin.
Indeed, since he's been under the tutelage of Kevin Sullivan, things have changed just a little bit, but Shiva Zayn now pulling one out of the hat. Nicely done right there. And suddenly, the Purple Haze is in trouble. Caught him with a perfect neck breaker.
Oh, now he stuns the man, and from behind, let's see what he's going to do.
He's got him with that shin buster. That'll do a lot of damage to the knee joint. He's got him up in the air now. Shiva Zayn down into the turnbuckle he goes. Tremendous clothesline, and once again, Shiva Zayn. Fallen Angel putting her hands on the man again. This time the referee distracted, didn't see any of it. Purple Haze, whoa, with a big splash. That should be all she wrote.
No, he just gave up. He wanted him up on his feet. He could have had him beat right there. We all saw that, but he decided that wasn't what he wanted to do.
Well, I don't like the odds right now for Shiva Zayn. He gets up. Oh, sleeper hold. And it goes to the ground. I just don't think he's going to be able to survive this one very long. Shiva Zayn fighting it off as best he can. Well, she wrote it's over. Your winner, the Purple Haze.
Well, the Purple Haze had a big advantage outside the ring, and we saw that coming into play on several occasions. There was the big splash. That was enough to beat him right there, but he decided he didn't want him like that. And then went to that sleeper hold and dropped it down to the floor. You see that body of ice? You're not going anywhere.
Much like a panther or a python, I should say, grasping its prey, just squeezing the life right out of it. There's your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the Purple Haze. We've got more action coming your way in just a moment. Don't go away. Getting a look at the man who returned to the Florida area just a few weeks back, the superstar Billy Graham. He is now a member of the House of Humperdinck.
Speaking of Humperdinck, there's that slob Humperdinck pulling up the rear. That's what he's best for doing. He's got plenty to pull up. He does all the talking, he does all the jabs, but it's his guys that have to go in the ring and do the fighting, because God knows he can't.
Oliver Humperdinck very fortunate that he hasn't been caught in a match thus far. To your point, he'll tell you that he's just a manager, he's just a spokesperson, but at the end of the day, he is the one who stirs the pot in many of these instances. And tonight, the superstar is going to be going up against one of Florida's favorite sons. Here he comes, young Kendall. Windham has really taken the Central Florida area by storm. Of course, his brother Barry Windham is the new Florida heavyweight champion.
Well, Kendall Windham has shown so much promise, and he's come such a long way in a very short period of time. Now the question's going to be, does he have enough to beat a guy like Superstar Billy Graham? Superstar Billy Graham has been around for a long while, former world heavyweight champion. I mean, this guy's been in the ring with names like Bruno Sammartino, Pedro Morales, and the list really just goes on and on. Is Kendall Windham perhaps biting off more than he can chew in a match like this tonight? I don't know, but we'll find out.
That's the question on everybody's mind right here, but you're right. Bell sounds, action's underway, and now it is time to find out. Kendall Windham early on with the hookup on Superstar Billy Graham. Nicely done. Here's the Irish whip. Into the ropes he goes. Oh, nice move right there by Billy Graham, and that is that experience we just talked about a moment ago.
So Billy Graham knew exactly what was coming, and he prepared for it, but didn't stop Kendall Windham now from fighting his way back. Kendall Windham now with the superstar in a compromised position, but he's unable to take advantage of it, but he's got him again now, and into the turnbuckle he goes. Wait a minute. Billy Graham says, I don't think so. This young buck just run right into a guy like superstar Billy Graham, who knows his way around the wrestling circuit. Tremendous move right there by the superstar. It was indeed. Turned him inside out with a free fall suplex of sorts.
Pile driver. Kendall Windham may be done right here. The superstar says not yet, and look at Oliver Humperdinck. He's happy.
Well, of course, you know Humperdinck's going to be happy anytime one of his men is beating up on a Windham.
Well, later tonight, we're going to be seeing one of his men going up against the Windham. It's going to be Barry Windham against Cowboy Ron Bass. It's a non-title match. Look at this. Superstar Billy Graham hammering away in the corner on the head of Kendall Windham. And Kendall Windham eating 10 hard hits to the head.
Well, Windham doing the right thing right now, getting out to try and collect himself. I think he should have took more time, but it worked because he caught superstar Billy Graham off guard. And now look at this.
Kendall Windham learning quickly from the tree of experience as he goes to work on Graham with a chokehold right in front of the referee. What's good for the goose, good for the gander, I suppose. You've got to fight fire with fire, and Kendall Windham is ready to do that. He has shown he's ready for a fight here tonight. He missed him there. Superstar Billy Graham takes advantage. Oh, he's biting him. Graham biting him on the forehead, and now Kendall Windham is in trouble.
Yeah, I tell you, now we've seen all the rules starting to go out the window here.
Superstar Billy Graham going down for the cover. Kendall Windham has just enough left in him to kick out of that one. Oh, there's the chop. He's been working with a karate aspect of his career, and there is the devastating chop by the superstar. He hooks a leg, 2 and 3. Superstar Billy Graham victorious over Kendall Windham in this one.
You're right, he's been working on that for some time. His karate, he took some time off, he's come back. And ever since he's come back, we have seen him do all sorts of different things here.
Oh, wait, he's not done. He's going to work on Kendall Windham some more. We're going to need some help. Fans will be back right after these words. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we are being joined here in the broadcast position by Mr. Mike Graham. And Mike, we've seen a lot of things going on with you in your career for the past several months now as it relates to Kevin Sullivan. You are no longer a member of the Temple of Five. And we understand you wanted to address the crowd here tonight.
Thank you very much, Mr. Soli, and I do want to address the crowd here tonight because these fans have supported me for a very long time, and I appreciate that. When Kevin Sullivan came out here over 2 months ago telling me I was going to join the Temple of Five, and I told him he could stick it up his rear end, he pulled out an envelope, and I know you guys all saw this. And when I opened that envelope, there were some pictures inside there, some very personal photographs that somehow I'm not going to make excuses. Somehow he got a hold of some photographs that basically showed that I had been with someone other than my wife. And for that short period of time, while I had to decide how I was going to deal with the situation, I had to follow his instructions, follow his orders the whole time, knowing it wasn't going to last long. And I finally just took the power away from him, and I told my wife everything. I had to sit down with my wife, and then we had to sit down with our kids. And right now, I'm sorry to say it, but we're not together at this time, and I don't know if we're going to get back together. We're trying to work things out, but it doesn't look good right now. But Kevin Sullivan, you put me in this position. Maybe it was my actions, but you did what you did. And you've made this more personal than anything could ever be. So I'm going to tell you something right now, Kevin Sullivan. The next time I get my hands on you, you can bring your entire Temple of Five. I'll take all of you on at once. I don't care. Because when I'm done with you, there will be no temple. I'm going to bury you under the temple. When it's all said and done, Kevin Sullivan, this is personal. You want to see personal? Wait till we get in the ring. And it doesn't have to be in the ring. It could be in the parking lot. It could be in a garage. It could be out in the stands. I don't care. Trust me, Kevin Sullivan. They haven't invented the match yet that you and I are going to have. But I will. And it'll happen. And when it happens, you're going to be praying to your Buddha Dean. And I am going to stand on your grave.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Graham. We've not seen him like this. I've never seen him like this ever before. Some shocking news right there. We're going to bring you back up to the ring at this point in time. More wrestling action. All right, title is on the line for the Bahamas Championship. We're going to see the champion Tyree Pride defending that title against the one-man gang. And, you know, we just got a big download of information right there from Mike Graham.
You know, that's very unfortunate to hear everything that's gone down. And he's right about one thing. You know, he made decisions in his life, and things have repercussions for that. But it was none of the business of Kevin Sullivan to go out there and however he got those photographs, we can only imagine, knowing Kevin Sullivan. But now you're messing with another man's family, and his kids now all of a sudden don't have two parents together. And I tell you right now, Kevin Sullivan, if I were you, I'd be watching over my shoulder on a regular basis now, because you better keep those 5 men around you at all points in time. I think Mike Graham is really seriously looking to put you out once and for all.
Well, not only is he looking to, I think he's capable of doing it. We take a look at the one-man gang. Let's talk about people that are capable. One-man gang has been a force of destruction here in Florida area for some time now. He gave the total package Lex Luger quite the run for that Florida Heavyweight Championship. Almost dethroned Luger at that point in time. Of course, right now there is a brand new champion here in the state of Florida. His name's Barry Windham. We'll be seeing him tonight in our main event, but right now we've got the Bahamas champion Tyree Pride making his way into the ring. The Haitian sensation, Tyree Pride.
Oh, the fans really love this man, I'll tell you. Representing the Bahamas proudly. When we do go over to the Bahamas and have our shows over there, that fans there absolutely love this guy.
We will be going to the Bahamas actually in a week's time, and that's where we will be able to bring you championship wrestling from Florida.
Always exciting when we get the opportunity.
Take a look at the Bahamas Championship title a moment ago. Now we look at the challenger. Over 300 pounds of the one-man gang, and you talk about someone who lives up to the name, you're looking at it.
Well, Sir Oliver Humperdinck, you don't have to like him, but when he fills the house of Humperdinck with people, he doesn't go after guys that can't defend him and back him up in his words, because we mentioned he's got a very large mouth and a lot to say, so you better have somebody who can back that up, and in this situation, I'd have to say he's done that.
Guys like Ron Bass, superstar Billy Graham, and now the one-man gang, members of the House of Humperdinck. There isn't a weak spot to be found in that lineup anywhere. All right, Tyree Pride getting ready to defend the title, and here we go. Both men going to work in and in. The one-man gang using that size advantage, breaking the eyes of Tyree Pride.
And Humperdinck very much appreciating it from outside the ring. He likes what he's seeing here.
Well, that's definitely from the pages of Humperdinck, no doubt about it. Headbutt to the shoulder, and Tyree Pride right now is in a whole lot of trouble. We may be seeing that title slip away from him very quickly if things don't turn around in this one.
Well, the one-man gang definitely has complete control. Now, we knew he had a size and weight advantage, but I kind of thought Tyree Pride would use some of that speed and avoid some of this, but thus far it's been all one-man gang.
Well, Tyree Pride manages to reverse out of that, and he's got the one-man gang down. Now, there's no way you're going to pin him. I'm surprised Tyree Pride didn't take the opportunity while he was down to administer more of a beating than that. Off the ropes he comes, Tyree Pride from behind. Nice move right there by the Bahamas champion.
Well, now he's finally got things turned around, and he is working it over.
Tyree Pride now over to the apron he goes. Nice move. Tyree Pride slingshots himself in and across the upper body of the one-man gang, and suddenly Oliver Humperdinck has a different look of concern on his face, but here comes the one-man gang once again. Big suplex rolls over for the cover. He got him!
Wow!
He got him!
I am absolutely stunned how quickly that turned. We look back here at some of these moments. Tyree Pride, he went for a pinfall here, but it was way too early. We knew he wasn't going to get him. But that suplex that he rolls right on top for the cover, and just like that, we've got a brand new Bahamas champion.
I'm not going to say I'm surprised that he won the match, but I am surprised that he won it as quickly and with as much ease as he did. Tyree Pride has been a fighting champion, and he took on a little bit more than I think he could chew, but that's nothing to be embarrassed about. Not many people can handle the one-man gang. There is your new Bahamas champion. Fans will be back with more right after this. right, fans, we are back, and this is a big match right here tonight. The winner of this match will have an opportunity to enter the NWA's U.S. Tag Team Championship title tournament coming up next week.
Well, that was just announced a week ago on NWA programming, and very exciting news to know that the NWA will have a second set of tag team champions. This will be the United States Tag Team Champions. And there are a lot of teams, I'll tell you right now, that want in on this tournament. There's only 3 slots open at this time. Everything else was handpicked by the championship committee of the NWA. One of these 2 teams will take one of those 3 spots, and it's going to be very, very exciting to find out who it's going to be.
Once again, we see Kevin Sullivan leading the tribe. That is the Temple of Five. The 2 men known as the Ninja and Kendall Nagasaki, former members of the House of Humperdinck, but Kevin Sullivan convinced Humperdinck to sell their contracts to him. They are now possessions of the Temple of Five.
You know what, if it's even possible, I believe they've become a little bit more ruthless than they were with Oliver Humperdinck, and that's saying a lot.
Indeed it is. They'll be going up against the reigning tag team champions here in Florida. They are the fabulous ones, Stan Lane and Steve Kern, and here they come. Those titles are not on the line in this match. It is only for the opportunity to perform for the U.S. Tag Team titles in the NWA.
Well, being realistic, no matter which one of these 2 teams wins, we know that the state of Florida is going to be very well represented, but I think the fans have made it clear that they want to see the fabulous ones representing the state of Florida in the NWA U.S. Tag Team Tournament.
Bell sounds, action's underway, and oh, look at this. Kendo Nagasaki wasting no time going to work on Stan Lane.
Oh, you saw him go to work with those karate kicks, but you know what he's got to realize? Stan Lane is just as good when it comes to those martial arts skills, perhaps, as Kendo Nagasaki.
Well, that would be a very sore spot for Kendo Nagasaki because he, of course, being from Japan, from the Orient, would have a hard time accepting a defeat in the hands of a Westerner, especially in his own craft. And now he's got him up in the air. Power bomb, and he got him.
Oh, this is close. Boy, I'll tell you, that one really drove him into the mat. I thought Stan Lane might have more trouble than he did kicking out of that one.
Now Stan Lane in the wrong corner here. Ninja Nagasaki going to work with a double team.
Well, the Ninja now rubbing it in the face of these ringsides.
Stan Lane is in a lot of trouble right here. The Ninja going to work on him. He continues this one-sided beatdown. Oh, wait. Stan Lane now retaliates with a couple of stiff shots here. Left jab winds him up with the right hand, and down goes the Ninja.
Well, the Ninja's outside the ring. Now look at Kevin Sullivan running around. He's a little upset, I think, at what he's seen thus far.
Steve Kern goes to work on Kendo Nagasaki outside the ring. Look at this, the Ninja just came off the apron and took out Steve Kern.
Kendo Nagasaki, what is he doing? Now Kendall Nagasaki going after Stan Lane, it looks like outside the ring here.
We've got action inside, we've got action outside, and there goes Stan Lane. He's in trouble. Nagasaki's got a chair. He's wedging it in the corner. Look at this, Stan Lane just drops the boom. Kendall Nagasaki. He's got a chair, wait on it. He's gonna get himself disqualified. There are your winners, the fabulous ones. They will be representing the state of Florida for the NWA U.S. Tag Team Championship next week. All right, fans, we are back here. It's time for our main event. We get a look at this man here, Ron Bass, member of the House of Humperdinck, and he's going to be going up against a man no stranger to him, Barry Windham. Of course, the rivalry really started between Ron Bass and Windham's father, Blackjack Mulligan, and it has just bled over to the family ties.
Well, if you listen to Ron Bass and if you listen to Oliver Humperdinck, they'll tell you that the sins of the father will be paid by the sons. And we saw earlier tonight with the brutal beatdown on Kendall Windham by superstar Billy Graham. And now Ron Bass is going to look and try and do the same exact thing right here to Barry Windham. And if you think Barry Windham's not looking for some retribution after what happened to his brother earlier here tonight,
we understand that Kendall Windham was evaluated by the medical staff in the back, and he'll be all right, but he's going to need a little time to recuperate from the... Here he is. He is your brand new Florida heavyweight champion, Barry Windham.
What a tremendous match that was to win that title. Ladder match. That belt hanging way high above the arena, and there were men fighting up and down for that one. Look at this. We're not going to wait. We're not waiting for this.
Barry Windham from the top rope, but Ron Bass catches him. Windham fighting him off, and now Barry Windham with a big clothesline.
Oh, down goes the referee. He got in the way. Barry Windham is really fit to be tied.
Barry Windham indeed, looking for that retribution.
Flying Hood scissor takes him down, perfectly executed by Barry Windham. And now look at this. Barry Windham, heavy overhand right. Big drop kick by Barry Windham.
A native of Sweetwater, Texas. He is the Florida heavyweight champion. It's not by accident. Ron Bass is now on the receiving end. Sir Oliver Humperdinck cringing outside the ring as he watches his man get punished right here.
Barry Windham, a house of fire in this one. Look at him doing a number on Ron Bass, and not too many people manhandle Ron Bass.
No, indeed they don't, because they're not able to. But Barry Windham, he is almost 7 foot tall, 200 and probably 60 pounds. And he'll be the one to tell you Texas strong all day long.
Oh, both these men from Texas. Look at the big boot right there to the face.
He caught him, and now Ron Bass in trouble. Barry Windham. These two men really holding nothing back. Bass with a knee right to the face of the champion. And Windham fighting his way back. Went for the drop kick. Nobody was home.
And now Bass going for the cover. It's one. And that's all he's going to get. Windham kicks out.
Neckbreaker by Cowboy Ron Bass. And now once again Oliver Humperdinck. Anytime his men are on the offensive end, he's happy. Go for the pump handle slam, and Ron Bass delivers. Barry Windham rolling out to the floor. Big boot to the face here on the floor. Ron Bass goes down.
Now we see Barry Windham really starting to hand out some more damage.
Drives the back of Ron Bass into the guardrail. Barry Windham, what's he doing?
Oh, he's going after his title. What's he going to do with it? He's got the belt.
He does. Up in the air he goes. Ron Bass drops him down across the top rope, and Barry Windham's in trouble. Big boot right to the head. And there it is, Sir Oliver Humperdinck distracting the champion.
Referee tried getting that belt out of the way. Barry Windham now with Ron Bass in control, partly due to the distraction by Oliver Humperdinck, who is now really coaxing Ron Bass on, giving him instructions at ringside. Referee putting the title belt, trying to put the title belt out.
It's been all Ron Bass ever since the interference. Oh, Windham's been busted open. Barry Windham is bleeding. Windham's face quickly becoming a crimson mask. And Ron Bass with that loaded elbow right to the head.
Well, this could be a big night for Oliver Humperdinck and the House of Humperdinck.
Barry Windham, oh, he was going to use that belt.
I believe he was, but Ron Bass intercepted that attack. And right now it is all Ron Bass on Barry Windham. You have to wonder how much that blood may be distracting Windham, how much he's not able to see clearly because of it.
Again, Ron Bass from behind on Windham. Russian leg sweep takes him down, and now the champion. Windham unable to put anything together. pile driver. Windham's out. Barry Windham's done.
It's not looking good right now for Barry Windham. But he manages to look at the face of Barry Windham.
Windham's in trouble. The blood is pouring down the face of the champion. Barry Windham now going to work on Ron Bass. Face first into the canvas he goes. Tremendous clothesline, and Bass is in trouble. Down goes that referee again. Referee still barely up. Windham catching the leg of Ron Bass.
Well, I'll tell you, Barry Windham has managed to fight his way back in this inning. When it looked like it was all over, you look at his face right now, and it doesn't look like this is a guy who's got a chance of winning the match.
Here's the Bulldog. Ron Bass just got taken down. 1, 2, and Windham, no.
No, that was real close, though. I thought Windham was going to get him. Barry Windham definitely had this one step away.
Ron Bass caught Barry Windham. Gut wrench suplex takes the champion down. And Windham manages to kick out, and he heads back outside the ring one more time.
He's got that championship title belt in his hands once again.
Oh, the referee just got caught by accident. I think Ron Bass pulled him in front. Windham into the turnbuckle. We've got a disqualification.
It looked like Ron Bass might have pulled the referee in front, but either way, Barry Windham is disqualified. Ron Bass gets the win.
Fans, we want to thank you for joining us here for Championship Wrestling from Florida. We'll be back next week with plenty more action from the Sunshine State. Until then, so long, everyone.